What's going on, fellow investors? What's going on? Investing with Rob family. Hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to Sunday Stack Up. This is something I used to do a while back, and football season started. Life was happening and got away from it, but now we're back. As you can see from the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about stocks and crypto that could be making major moves this week. I think the whole market could be. We're going to talk about it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Investing with Rod. I am your host that sometimes does the most, trying to get situated here, man. If you've never been here, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time here, make sure you sit back, relax, chill. This is not one of them old long words and trying to see how much we know. This is just a down-to-earth live stream, a down-to-earth channel. I'm just an everyday guy. Everyday people, a regular guy, an investor that's just trying to make a dollar go as far as I can and trying to take everyone on my journey. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fiduciary. This video and any video I do on this channel or live stream is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Make sure you do your own research and even consult with a licensed professional before you invest any of your hard-earned money. Now that we got that out the way, man, last week, some people looked at last week as a problem when it came to investing. And back when I started, I would have been one of those people, but the entire time I was thinking, how many opportunities are going to come out of what the market is doing now in the future? And it seemed like, right, they always say October is the worst month. And then I've heard September is the worst month. But it usually starts right around those holidays. I don't know if they're trying to get everybody in a frenzy, get everybody upset before they get happy. I don't know what they're trying to do. But what I can say is I'm going back to like OG hip hop. I don't believe the hype. I mean, I just sit back. I watch my money. I mean, I'm human. I just sit back and say, okay, let me see what's going on with this market. Let me see what's going on. What's up, Pipeline? Hey, Pipeline, Bitcoin pumping. Bitcoin, yeah, okay. Y'all, I'm going to start right here, man. I'm going to start right here. Pipeline has been coming on here, and I want to say this, man. I want to say this. I don't know if we got 2, 3, 4, 5 people, however many we got in here. And we are multicasting on vertical for phones, and we're broadcasting in landscape if you're on a laptop or TV. But you can go to either or any kind of device. If you see comments in the live stream that you don't see on your device, then they're probably in the other one. There are 2 different links. That's the way YouTube and StreamYard has it set up. But going back to you, Pipeline, BTC, I wouldn't say it's pumping. Now, in my world, when I say something, just say it in my world now. Everybody say what they want to say. What up, your favorite couple, Lisa Stocks in here? And we got just asking around home. No, I'm talking about just asking around. Y'all, these glasses ain't working no more, man. I was in there cleaning up with some good old water. Now, I ain't got the spray stuff you use. But anyway, when I look at investments and I say pumping, whether it's a stock or crypto, I'm talking about this going from where I here and up. I'm not talking about this on a roller coaster going down and then up. And I'm going to pull up to Robinhood here in a minute, but I want to say October 6th, if I'm not mistaken. And I have a memory like some animal. I won't say elephant. I'm one of them animals. I have a pretty good memory. And October 6th, Bitcoin was 124,000. Now, in the last couple of days, it was about 85,000. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but I know if I go from 84, we're just going to say 85 to 100, that's 15. Then if I go to 100 to 24, that's another 24,000. If I add 24 and 15, that's 39,000. So it went down 39,000 and it's trying to get back up to where it was. So I wouldn't say pumping. I would say in Rod's world, and I'm a realist, not saying Pipeline's not, but in Rod's world, I'm going to say Bitcoin is recovering. It's not pumping. It's recovering. Now, if it was 124, went up to 159, yes, it's pumping. But hey, thank you for everybody. But I just had to give it Bitcoin because he's been saying for so long, hey, man, hey, Bitcoin is the only investment, which I want to talk to everybody about that, man. There's nothing wrong with believing in one thing. But what's my favorite word? Options, baby. Give yourself options. And in the world of finance, it's called diversification. You want to be diversified. Like right now, if I put all my money in the technology sector, whether it's ETFs or stocks, and everything there plummets, I'm kind of in a situation. But if I got some, say, in finance, some in healthcare, some in the S&P 500, which is going to cover all the top 500 U.S. companies, I'm going to feel better. I may not make as much money when it hit, but I'm not going to lose as much money when it dips. And I'm going to tell you, man, I think I put on Instagram. If I didn't, I meant to. One of the reasons I was able to retire early is because when I was working, when I was getting paid $286 every 2 weeks in the United States Navy back in the day, I did a lot of work, man, a lot. I did more work than for $2,860. I was just getting $286. I mean, I had, taxes, and then I had a amount coming out for my oldest daughter, but it wasn't that much. I mean, and as I started getting promoted and making more money, I did what the average person would do because I'm that average dude. I just started spending because I wasn't used to having. I started buying clothes and jewelry and more jewelry. Now, no expensive stuff. I went to the swap meet, the Slauson swap meet up in LA, Fairmart in San Diego. I was buying stuff because I wasn't used to having any money. But then life started happening. I got a little wiser, a little smarter. And I say, I didn't make this up. I think somebody told me this, but I realized if I made my money work harder than I was working, one day I won't have to work, or I won't have to work as hard, because we all have to stop working one day. Now, getting back to this here, let me see who I was in here. We got Lisa J. Stars. We got Just Asking. Roddy Rod, your favorite couple in the house. Camille, W2U. What is that? Friends, who has already bought? What is this? Token on the preacher. I don't even know what that is, man. Working up. I have no idea, man. I would Google it, though. Speaking of Google, that's going to be one of the stocks. Alphabet is going to be one of the stocks I talk about tonight. I've never heard of that. So you may want to Google that. But if we can Google it together. But I don't know. That don't even, first of all, now you're going to have to give me a symbol, because I'm not used to seeing letters and numbers as a stock or an investment. Unless it's S&P 500 or NASDAQ 100. So I'm not typing that on my computer. Now, if you give me a symbol, I'd be more than happy to type that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. And what I want to do here, the way I got this set up, is I want to talk about the portfolio. The portfolio is the portfolio we've been using since I started this channel on Robinhood. Not since I started, but since I rebranded it. And I want to look at the stocks that I'm going to be watching this week, the ETFs that I'm going to be watching this week, and thanks to Lisa J. Stocks, some core investments that I really want to focus on. Now, one that I won't be able to pull up on Robinhood is FXAIX, which is Fidelity's S&P 500. It's their fund. I would have to go to Fidelity. Now, maybe it's other ways I could do it. I might try something else, but I'd have to go to my Fidelity account, and it actually shows too much of my account number. So I won't be doing that. But anyway, let me go here and go ahead and share my screen here. Give me 1 second. And we're going to look at a couple stocks, man. I'm not doing all that 1 month, 3 month, all that. I just want to look at really the last week. What did it do last week? Not everything. I'm talking about I only picked out a few. Let me see how this is looking. There we go. So I only picked out a few here. First thing I already have pulled up is Meta. This was one of the best opportunities that I saw. Now, when I was researching, getting ready for this live, Meta was down, but as you can see, it's up like 95.95% overnight right now when the market's closed. That's why Robinhood will say overnight. But that's the only one I'm going to do for the day. But for the week, it was down. It was down, but not just for the week. And I mean, Lisa J. Stocks may have heard, or anybody else in the live may have heard, Meta, people were expecting it to be pushing towards $1,000 per share, not sit at no $5.99 or $6.09 or whatever, wherever it is. They wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this. So this is a stock I'm going to be watching. They own Instagram. They own WhatsApp. I won't even say nothing about that. They own Facebook, and they have a huge play in the AI world. So, I mean, that's one of the big dogs. So for them to be there, I find that just mind-boggling. Next on my list that I want to look at, that I would really look at, I don't know if y'all remember, but it was one day not long ago, Larry Ellison, which is the CEO of Oracle, give this a second, he became the richest man in the world because his net worth went up tremendously because Oracle shot up one day. And I'll stretch out the chart here. But in the last week, look at that, man. In the last week, Oracle went down 10%. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but when they was talking about AI, they had some people on the stage. You had the head dude in charge of the country, and then you had Larry Ellison and a couple more people. I want to say maybe some AI people was there. But I know the guy from Oracle was there. And I kind of put that into my toolbox in my mind. So this, from what I saw happen a couple months ago to where it is now, that's not making much sense to me. Now, also, one thing I want to look at with this, okay, if it's gone down 10% in the last week, at a minimum, I should at least be able to get a 10% on whatever I'm going to invest tomorrow. This is what Rod's doing. If I'm going to buy some Oracle tomorrow, I'm hoping, I don't know, I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm hoping I can at least get 10, 11% because I want to go over and look at something else. Now, this is 1 week, and this is what I understand about investors. I ain't talking about people that are gambling with the stock market and all that and hoping they hit a lick like they in Las Vegas somewhere. I'm talking about the people that are investors that are here for the long term. I don't understand why everybody get all upset in a week. What I would do now, last week is over, so that's past performance. Just like year to date in 1 month. But I'm gonna go, what has it done all year? What has it done the other weeks of the year? And I look at that. Look at this, y'all. It's up 18% in the last year, even though it's down 10% in the last week. I'll take 18% on my money all day and twice on Sunday. And I'm not trying to be funny, but anyway, we ain't gonna be the dead horse. Next one, everything I'm pulling up is in this portfolio. And you wouldn't, if you don't believe me, just look over here, because I don't want to focus what's in here. I just want to focus on the actual stocks and the ETFs and all that. So if you see buy and sell, the only way it would show me sell is if I had some in here. It would only show me buy if I did. Next one, I've been playing with this one, but I'm gonna keep on watching. That's SoFi. I have a SoFi account. And yes, we got SoFi Stadium. You know, they got 2 football teams. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind because you got the Rams right when they won the Super Bowl, and then you got the Chargers. Poor Chargers. I don't even know if they got a real home. They was at a soccer field. Then they went to SoFi. But anyway, looking at SoFi, when I look at their app, it's user friendly. It is. But it's one thing that I think they're missing the mark on for the people that they're trying to attract. They're trying to attract the younger generation that may not have a lot of money, which Robinhood's doing it, Moo's doing it, Weibo's doing it. And why with the Moo's, I'm not a fan of Moo, but there's nothing wrong. I'm just not a fan of it. And the what's the other one I just named? The Weibo's and the SoFi, not SoFi, but Robinhood's and all them, even Fidelity. You can invest with a minimum of $1. But with SoFi, I have to have 5. And this days Rod don't even have $5 to play with. Now, you give me 5 and I can go over to Robinhood and have a good time. I'm going to make 5 investments. Not all the time, and I wouldn't recommend doing that if you're trying to spread it out. But don't go get 100 stocks like I have. A lot of these stocks I have for the channel, and a lot of them, it's not because of the channel, because I got caught up in that rat race. Fear of missing out. I got to have this one. I got to have that one. Now, I don't know. I'm somewhere in between one thing and another. I don't know, but my mind don't stop moving. So I kind of bounce back and forth anyway. But the regular rod, the 18-year-old rod probably wouldn't be trying to have no 100 stocks. I'm just saying. Even the 25-year-old rod wouldn't do it. I might have been 25 when I started investing. Let me see. Actually, I was 23. I didn't have no 100 though. I think I had 2. Anyway, so SoFi, what happened in the last week? SoFi lost his mind, man. SoFi down 10% too. Look at that. It fooled me. And guess what Rod was doing last week, man? I was dollar cost averaging every day. But I'm not going to cry about it, because if you've been watching the channel or Lisa J Stocks channel or any other content creator here to talk about finance, I can't see who's in the comments. All I can see is strictly Robinhood right now, so forgive me. But if you've been watching that, you'll know that dollar cost average is you're invested in the market with a set amount at regular intervals, or you may change the amount, but you're doing it at regular intervals. You're not worried about the market price. You're not worried about if the market is up or down. So this is what happened. But now I'm going to show you, I've had SoFi for a while, but I'm just going to do year to date. Look, it's up 71%. See, that's why I don't understand. And that's why I want the people that watch Investing with Rod, we going to stay cool when everybody else tripping. And then for the people in the back that may not get that, we're going to be relaxed when everybody else is nervous, okay? We're going to be cooler than a fan where everybody else tripping. When everybody else over here losing their mind and going home and arguing with their better half and all that money gone. We losing all our money. No, man, we're going to be cool. Stay patient, because we're investors. We're not gamblers. We're not putting in a day and hoping we hit it by tomorrow or next week. No, we in it for the long haul. Even year to date is not good for me, but at least I know it's up 71%. But I know in 5 years, that's going to be Rod's, I'm done. But if I was 30, 5 years wouldn't be my long term. That wouldn't be, I want to buy and hold forever. That was the plan, so I could pass it down to my offspring. Speaking of that, go check out Lisa J Stocks' live today. And she was talking about something to that effect. You have to go watch it. It was an hour or less, but it was pretty good. And it wasn't just strictly on investing. It was very, very motivational and inspirational. Go check that out. But anyway, so in 5 years, we're going to be surprised together. What has it done in the last 5 years? Up 134%. I'll take it, man. That's what happened when you don't freak out. So for all the people out there in YouTube land that's freaking out over 1 week, man, chill out. This is past performance, but man, I don't see this going nowhere. I remember 5 years ago, people didn't think SoFi was going to even be around. Here it is today. Now, I'm going to keep this interesting. I'm going to get off stocks for a little bit, and I'm going to come back to stocks because it's a couple I want to hit, just a couple. Then I'm going to jump over to some of my ETFs, and then because I want to keep this at an hour or less, and I want to make sure I hit the questions and stuff. So I'm going to jump over to crypto. Actually, I'm going to save crypto. I'm going to jump over to ETFs because people may want to know about it. Some people are afraid of ETFs, and I don't want to lose anybody. So one of the biggest ETFs that you could have out there is S&P 500, VOO, which is the Vanguard S&P 500. That's the ticker symbol VOO. Or you can have the Vanguard Total Stock Market. I have both because I don't know which one's going to hit. And I have the fear of missing out. Don't do that. I'm slowly getting rid of the VTI, moving it over to either VOO or FXAIX, which is Fidelity's S&P 500. There are several out there, but that's going to be one where it's on autopilot. It's stuff automatically going there. So when I say core, I'm talking the ones that I'm physically going in and manually making the investments. I don't have any auto investments set up. And the first one that I'm looking at is going to be QQQM, which is the NASDAQ. I just did a video on this, the NASDAQ 100 ETF from Invesco. It's the top, pretty much a lot of the tech companies. I'll pull it up here. Matter of fact, let's just pull it up now. QQQM. Let me go ahead and pull it up. I'm going to show you this one, then I'm going to show you another one that I'm really trying to enter a super position in this one, but I'm going to show you the one I'm going to probably be focused on more. Now, core. This doesn't mean it's been losing money. It might have been up, might have been down, but I don't care what this is doing. This is the one I'm going to be dollar cost averaging in probably throughout the rest of the year. So in the last week, what they do in the last week? I'm not going past the last week. It's down 2.91%. All right. It's $244 a share, but we already know, man, over here, we don't buy pies. Well, we can. You can if you want to, but if you don't have enough money to buy a pie, and that's the whole $244.71 pie, you can get you a slice for $1, baby. You probably ain't gonna get nothing but the crust, but you can get you a slice. But hey, man, as long as you get some nourishment. So anyway, moving on here, moving on. Now, the one I would really, now actually, let me show y'all something real quick before we go further. Now, when I do these lives, man, I'm not trying to be all like a video, formal and stuff. I want to break down, and I'm going to be taking a comment break here in a minute while I jump back in the comments. You have the top 10 holdings. So 53.56% of this ETF of QQQM is NVIDIA. Everybody, I'm glad I got in a bunch of ETFs, and I own some NVIDIA, but something about it, man. I don't like I don't like doing what everybody else doing. Everybody in the world has jumped. People that don't even know about chips and hey, I got NVIDIA. You know, nothing wrong with it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Then you got Apple, then you got Microsoft, then you got Broadcom, then Amazon, Alphabet, which is Google, Class A and C, Tesla, Meta, and Netflix. Man, you don't have to go out and get all these individual stocks. You can buy QQQM, and these took some hits last week. In the last couple of weeks, really, they've been kind of fluctuating. I have a lot of these individually, but if I get tired of doing this, I want to have something mirroring what I'm doing individually, and this is a pretty good one. Now, keep those stocks in mind because this was $244 pie. But now I'm going to say this is at the pie shop, one of them fancy pie shops. But I'm going to take us over to the local pie shop where we may know somebody up in there, somebody's cousin or something. And that's going to be ticker symbol SCHG, the Schwab U.S. Large Cap Growth. This is becoming one of my favorite, and I'm going to make a disclosure here. So what has it done in the last week? Same thing. It's down by 2.8%. It's not bad, but look at the price, y'all. I can give me a whole pie for $31.59. When you see growth, QQQM is not that bad, but if you see a growth ETF, the dividend is not going to be high because it's there to grow. A lot of your dividends is just the opposite. Dividends may not, when you get a stock or investment that has a huge dividend, it may not grow fast. When you get one that has a lower dividend, it may grow faster. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying it's written in stone. This here is like 3 cents per quarter for every 31. You ain't gonna break the bank getting 3 pennies. They don't even make pennies no more. So I mean, they just stopped making them anyway. So those are the two. Let me jump over here in these comments, see what's going on over here. Let me go over here. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, I know Lisa love her some moo, man. She love her some moo. I still have it. I still have the investments in it. I won't get rid of it, but it's hard for me, man. And then I think one day what put the nail in the coffin with moo for me anyway. And y'all, on these Sunday stack ups, this is really gonna be a chill Sunday vibe before people get ready for Monday. I'm not saying I'm doing them every Sunday. I used to go live, right? Lisa goes live at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. I used to go live at 3 p.m. Central or 3:30 right after her, but I kind of backed off. But moo upset me because I put some money in moo. And everything else, everywhere I transfer money from, I'm able to trade right in. I don't care if it's Fidelity. I don't care if it's Robinhood. I don't care if it's Webull. But moo held my money up, man. I mean, not for a long period of time, but I was ready to do it right then. I didn't want to do it 20 or 30 minutes later. And I think it waited until the next day or almost in the close of business day. So. Hey, what's up, YouTube Experiment? Said, Rod, what it do, man? How you doing? And yes, everything is on sale. Hey, I got 6 real homies in here. I want to ask a question real quick while we got some people in here. And just you could put a yes in the chat is there anyone in the comments right now, or even in the replay, just put in the comments, or you can DM me on Instagram at Investing with Rod. You can put yes or no. I'm considering maybe having someone on the channel in the Investing Simplified series doing a live talking about life insurance, because I think it's something that people need to know about, people should know about, but it's not enough people talking about it. Because people that know about it, experts that know about it, and a lot of people, when they think of that, they associate it with something that's not so happy, I guess, which is leaving the face of the earth or death. But it's more to it than that. So if you're, that's something y'all be interested in, put it in there. Now, these are the symbols, VOO, LV, what is that, man? LVV, SPY, yeah, the 500, S&P 500 stocks. Those are the symbols. I have both also 88%. Yes, man. I'm telling you, Lisa. So you have which one? VOO and FXAIX, or VTI and VOO? Which one? Or which one? I know you have FXAIX. So, all right, shaking my head. Yeah, man, that overlap. And when she says overlap, let me tell you what it is. Overlap is when you have two different ETFs, but they basically have a lot of the same stocks in them. So you're really not benefiting. Now, notice she said 88%. So there's a 12% differential there. And that could be some companies that is in one and not another that you really want to have in your portfolio. So it's up to you. So, okay, VTI and VOO. There you go. That look at that, man. Oh, I can't believe this, yo. Hey, what up, Trap? I was just watching Trap. He was doing a watch show, man. I was getting ready for this live. And man, y'all need to go check out Trap. He does more than watches, but his primary channel is primarily about watches. From the economical watch, they talk about the expense. I think Trap said he held a watch $350,000, I believe he said. But it's a channel for everyone, and that's what I love about it. Oh, let me get a little of this coffee here. It's probably cold as I don't know what by now. Sorry about that. What it do? Lisa says she got that. Yo, that's what I'm now. And notice what Ron and Lisa are kind of saying. We're saying the same thing. She's in the comments and I'm on the screen. Everybody on Instagram, man, I couldn't even see the stuff I wanted to see because it was, oh my God, what's happening to XRP? XRP is going down. My God, what is XRP is I saw all this stuff and I'm like, boy, oh boy, these people are tripping. This is a special. Not long ago, XRP, here, let me pull it up. XRP not long ago was like $3. I'm gonna tell y'all something about XRP, y'all. I'm gonna share y'all my thoughts, my opinion. Again, I don't have no crystal ball, so let me go ahead and type it in there. Oh, typed the wrong one. It's not, yo, no, that's the right one. So she brought, Lisa already made money. She said she brought it $1.90, but let's go in the last year. What was it, right? There it is, $3.55. XRP on July 22nd, 2025 was $3.55. Lisa, pretty much the way I look at it, I don't know how y'all look at it, she got it at half price. She got a 50% off sale. And what's happened, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you who's tripping right now. It's not the Rods and Lisas and the other people in the chat of the world, the YouTube experiments and everybody else in here. It's the people that had FOMO and bought it at $3.45 and $3.55 and $3.52 and $3.23, and they thought they was about to become millionaires. And they went from $3.50 or $3.40 to $3.55, and then it went down to right here where it is today, $2.09. Those are the people that's mad right now. I bet you Lisa ain't mad because she got it at $190 something. I'm gonna show you when Rod bought it. Rod bought it over here. No, Rod didn't buy it. Yeah, I was less. Yeah, Rod, I think I bought mine right around the 36 cents. So that we'll say right there. Soon as that little case, whenever that case was over, that's when I started buying. And it bored me, it bored me, it bored me, it bored me. And then I was gonna sell, and then bam. And now I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Couple things. Y'all need to, I don't just watch the news. I don't even watch the news, man. I just you can really, now you got to make sure it's credible, but you can follow, say, CNBC or some of the stuff on Instagram and get the pertinent news from a credible source like a CNBC or um, the other stock channel, Bloomberg and all them, and you can see what's going on, man. They just had a huge meeting, some big wigs. I know the Chase Bank and a couple other banks was there, and they was talking about XRP. That was, I ain't make it up. That's what was on the news. They ain't gonna be talking about something that ain't about to happen. They ain't gonna be talking about something that is trash. I mean, that's a waste of their time. Why did they come out with an XRP ETF? Why did they come out with a Bitcoin ETF? Why did they come out with a Ethereum ETF? In my mind, just my opinion, it was to get into the situation. It's still a lot of people that haven't adopted cryptocurrency, but it's going in that direction. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. You might not want to go nowhere with me. It depends on what day it is, because the way I'm doing I went and bought some shoes last night, and I got up to the counter. I was praying because I was trying to do it before I got there. I got up to the counter. I was at a Academy, the sporting goods store. And it was taking longer than I expected because I sat there, and when I got ready to make my purchase, I sold some crypto. And the market was kind of trying to go up yesterday. But the one that was going up, the only one I saw that was green was Bitcoin Cash. And that's what I was using. So I sold some Bitcoin Cash, transferred it to my Uphold card, did that little cool thing the little youngsters doing with your phone where you put it up there and it go beep, beep, and look at all that old, that inch-eye private eye stuff. Did all that. Not only did I just buy with profits from crypto, and these were real profits, not the make-believe profits, I also got rewards at 4% of it for XRP on the purchase. Man, I'm out here doing some crazy. Boy, I got a whole financial experiment going on right now. So I know, in my opinion, I'm not going to say I know, but it's too much talk and too much going on and too many changes being made for this world not to become a digital currency world. That's just my opinion. Do it. All right, let me get down here. Let me check out these comments. Should be. Do you have any Robinhood? Do you have any Robinhood Gold Card, Fidelity credit card? No, I had the Fidelity credit card. I got rid of it back when I was kind of trimming down. I wish I would have kept it. I can still get it back because it's still showing in my account. Robinhood Gold, nah. That Fidelity card, I regret getting rid of that card, and I may add it back to the arsenal because that's a 2% card, and it's no bonus categories. And a YouTube experiment. You asked the other day about Uphold. I remember you were in the live, and you said, "What makes it better than any other crypto company out there?" I can tell you, from a debit card standpoint, the only one that it's more out there, but the only one I have is Coinbase. And that's like 0.5. But man, this Uphold card, the fact that I'm getting 4% on every major category and I ain't got to do any thinking, that alone is just like, when I take off my investment with Rod hat off and put my Points Blank Travel, which is my Points and Miles YouTube channel, when I put that hat on, yo, I'm in a whole, I just feel relieved because I ain't got to do no thinking, man. I just go in there and get wherever I am, restaurant, gas station, grocery store. And then when I get to $120, then I start thinking again. So let me order that order filled at 2:30 in the morning, I think. Okay. Oh, limit order. Okay, it was a limit order. So she had a limit order, Lisa had a limit order set, and it filled at 2:30 a.m. She ain't had to do nothing. She had her app on mobile set at 2:30. If it hits 209, buy X amount. And you can set it up like that, man. Buy low, bang. Yep, there you go. Your favorite couple, buy low. Yo, and we don't know. That's why dollar cost average, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you ever want to see something funny, well, there's a whole lot of funny stuff, but well, I don't call it. If you want to see something boring, watch a little mouse run around a wheel. If you want to see something funny, watch a dog chase his tail. You trying to time the market is just like a dog chasing his tail. Man, I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna do it every pay. That's how I used to. I'm gonna do it every payday. And if if payday is on the 15th and I had an emergency come up, I'm gonna squeeze something out of that grape to get a little bit of juice. And what I mean when I say that is I may not, if I ran, and this wasn't every payday, this was rare, but if I ran into a situation where I couldn't make my normal investment, then I would actually still, even if it was $10, and this is when I was investing, say $200, $300 a month, or a payday rather, and I got paid twice a month. So Trav says one of the people that watch my channel is into crypto. He's done well according to him. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, yo, I think with crypto and a lot of investing, it's the fear of the unknown. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to make me big on the screen for a second. I'm going to tell you, going back when it came to Bitcoin, I didn't have a fear of missing out. I had the fear of losing my money, whatever acronym that is. And I was like, I don't know nothing about this. And that's the fear of the unknown. You know, a lot of people won't jump 2 feet in about nothing. I don't care what it is if they don't know anything about it. But if they have some kind of knowledge about it, there may be a thought process that would say, okay, I'll try this or I'll try that. And I've told a story on PBT a lot of times and a couple of times on this channel, but my fear of the unknown cost me $1.9 million. Because if I'd have got into Bitcoin when I was first exposed to it, and this was way after it had boomed, I would be, man, 1.9, that's almost 2. Yeah. And I'm sure by now I made another 2, another 0.1. So I'd be a multi-millionaire right now just from Bitcoin. But I tell you what I did once I saw that, once I realized that happened, man, now, man, am I all in on Bitcoin? No, I'm not all in on anything. Am I all in that AI is going to be the way, AI is going to be the way of the future, but is it going to be as hyped up as everybody? I mean, I don't know. I will tell y'all this though, man. I'm going to flip the script a little bit. Let's talk about investing, man, why I'm doing this. Why Lisa's doing this. Well, let me not speak for Lisa. I'm going to say why Rod's doing this. Yeah, I was in Kroger the other day, and where I live, I've been living here 10 years. And one of the guys that worked here was like, hey, you see the security guard? I'm like, no, y'all got security guards now? He's like, yeah, man. Ever since the shutdown and what happened with the not the EBT card, what do you call that stuff? Y'all know what I'm talking about, the food stuff. The EBT card, it's the SNAP. Crime kind of went up a little bit. Well, last time last time I checked, I'm not in a crime-ridden. Crime is everywhere. You can't get away from it, but I don't hear no gunshots every hour or nothing like that. And I'm like, man, people are going in the way I was told. It's like people just going in there getting what they want, walking right out. I mean, like, we don't care. And that's now. The one thing I don't want, nor do I want anyone I know or anyone I barely know. I don't want anyone to be in a predicament where they feel like they have to walk into a grocery store and walk out with food or into someone's home because they don't have any money, man. And don't let anybody, y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't let nobody know what's gonna happen and when it's gonna happen. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, it's too late. It's too late to save. It's too late to start now. It's never too late. It's never too late. Boulder alert. And in case y'all don't know, I don't drop gems and nuggets, man. I drop boulders. This is going to be my first, maybe the only one of the night. A lot of people that will tell you it's probably too late or maybe too late is because they they are, or they're, or however we want to say this, are afraid themselves. They don't want to do it, so they don't want you to do it. Hey, what up, Luke? Yeah, XRP, man. I'm an XRP guy. Matter of fact, that's what we were looking on the screen. Uh, yeah, I'm holding some Google, Lisa. Let me double check. Let me look here. Now overall, let me. I don't want to, because I just entered this. Overall, I can kind of tell maybe from this. Actually, well, I've had Google over 5 years, so we'll do it like that. We'll do it like that. I've had it over five. Well, about five-ish. All right, let me share this with y'all real quick. And Google, now, when y'all are looking for it, please keep in mind it's going to be listed as Alphabet. That is the parent company for Google, YouTube, and all that other stuff. So, all right. So I'm going to go out 5 years. I could go out max, but all right. So I know I've had it 5 years. And in the last 5 years, Google is up 256. These are in my larger accounts, my brokerage accounts. I have a brokerage account with Fidelity, cash management account that has stocks in it with Fidelity. One's for spending, one's for real, a Roth IRA, JP Morgan Chase, and a Merrill Lynch. So 3 or 4 major, and a Charles Schwab. And then I have the ones I play with, the SoFis, the Weebles. You know, when something new come out, I'll go in there and play with it and realize whether either I like it or I don't. But there it is, man. So as you can see, in the last 5 years, you know, and everybody, even people now, man, I'm telling y'all, if you look, Google was on an upward trend and it kind of mellowed out and it went down a little bit, then it mellowed out. Google's not too exciting, but man, it is steady. Went down a little bit. Now, I ain't gonna tell y'all this is the gospel, but this is just Rod laying around with nothing to do. I'm gonna tell y'all my theory on what I think is going on with XRP, because this person asked me about XRP. Woo! I'm up 100. Woo. See, man, 121. Where are we? Let me get, where were anybody in here? Where were we taught that we could get 129% return on our money anywhere? Where were we taught this? I mean, maybe if you, back when I was a little kid, maybe if your parents knew someone that worked on the New York Stock Exchange or a bank or something like that, but I don't remember hearing nobody at school. I don't care what color they was, what race they were. I don't remember hearing nobody talking about no 129. I remember people talking about 2%, 129% all day, every day. Yeah, like I'm gonna tell y'all, man. And y'all notice, and I ain't even finished, man. And I might do that next week because I like this better. What Lisa's bringing up and the other person and Trap. Oh, hold up, man. I skipped this. I'm sorry, Trap. People out here clowning. They're uploading those steps to Instagram. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. Right now, man. Y'all, we got to have, if you look at this thumbnail, man, I'm going to tell y'all probably didn't pay attention, man. I grew up liking Prince, the music artist. So some of my stuff may have subliminal stuff in it. But if you go back and look at that thumbnail, the one that's for this live, I'll pull it up. Matter of fact, let me just pull it up. That's the best way to do it. Y'all will still be able to hear me. I'm going to show y'all something. And this is the mentality I hope some of y'all start getting. Now, we're going to, let me take that little comment down here real quick. I'm just going to pull that one up, and then I'm going to pull that one back up. All right, y'all see this thumbnail here? Well, if you look on my shoulder, I ain't talking about the one with them $100 bills. That was a long time ago. But I'm talking on my other shoulder. There's a hawk up there. Y'all probably didn't even notice that little bird. That hawk is watching when I came. When my head's not on a swivel, My head's on a swivel. And this is a reminder to me. I don't even tell you, this is the first time I ever even exposed that. This is the first time I ever even said anything about that. I think I have a old video, Keep Your Head on a Swivel, on one of these channels, Points My Experience, I think, and it was on there. But that's why it's there, man. Let me get back. What was I at here? What was I at? All right, one of the, let me see what was in these comments. And like, yeah, here it is. What's up? Hey, man, I like that name, man. Riskful ignorance. Oh, man, I thought it said riskful elegance, y'all. I'm telling you, man. Where did I get these glasses? I need to go get my money back. Hold up, man. They gonna make me put my big frames on, man. I got some, them glasses everybody wearing now. They're real cool. I saw what's that dude name? David Banner, man. He was on some show on YouTube the other day. Man, I can't find these shows for nothing. But if you ever want to see some good shows, play one of your own videos if you're on YouTube, and then just so maybe critique yourself. And then right after that, man, it be some stuff I can't never find. I think let me see if these work in it better, man. These some of them new school joints, them big old glasses they wearing, good goobly woobly, boy. I can't see nothing out of these. Lord have mercy, man. No, them straight fashion eyeglasses, them reading glasses. Lord have mercy, man. Y'all remind me to never drive with them joints on, not even in the daytime. Anyway, one of the things about, man, I jumped on the Teslas, and there was some else, another stock I was talking about earlier. I jumped on those bandwagons. I know Tesla is the stock to have, but once again, just so I don't have to stress myself out about it, what's the best way to do it? Some people will say, well, just don't mess with it, Rod. Just don't buy it. And nope. I ain't that crazy. Because I know it's going to make money. I just don't want to be on the financial, emotional roller coaster. I would probably say 85 to 90% of my ETFs have Tesla in it right now. So I'm invested in Tesla. I'm just not, I have some individual stock. I just don't have a lot of it because it drives me nuts. And Travis Street, speaking of Riskful, man, that is cool. Hey, what's up, Curtis? What's going on, man? How you doing, man? Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Travis said, yep. Y'all. Hey, did y'all see? Hey, matter of fact, man, I just did a video on it. Did y'all see on the thumbnail? Y'all probably didn't see. Hopefully y'all saw that. It was bright as day. It had Royal Caribbean International. I put it up there, man, because it's in my core stocks, man. Let me go ahead and pull that joint up. It's in my core stocks, man. Let me see. Gotta do this first. Yeah, I get so happy about stocks, boy. Yeah, I'm over here looking at it by myself. So let me pull that up. Y'all notice here, and I don't do this to be impressive. I can type, but I learned the symbols being a young man. It was in newspapers. There was no internet. You had to learn. They didn't have enough room to put all this Royal Caribbean group and all that other stuff. All right, so right now, overnight, it's down, but I'm gonna show y'all, man. In the last week, now I'm not gonna say everything was it was blood in the streets, but I ain't gonna say everything was bloody. And this is one of them that wasn't. Or everything else was tripping. Royal Caribbean was cruising on up. I ain't even know. I did a video. I dropped a video one day last week. But man, look at this here, y'all. Let's just go look here, man. I ain't cruising, but I ain't losing, man. I don't know. Y'all used to be a rapper back in the day. I don't even know if that's a rhyme no more. Y'all think I was set to put that in his music or whoever nowadays? 3 Chainz, 2 Chainz, whatever his name is. But anyway, y'all, 13% year to date. That's all right. That's all right. But fortunately, I've had that longer than that. I've had Royal Caribbean, let me see, about 3 years. Okay, in the last year, up 11%. Okay, year started out rocky. So we ain't gonna do 5. That'll be cheap. So let me see, the 20. It's about 3 years, and I need to go right around here. Right around here. We just put that there. I'm up 41.99% since I had it. Probably a little better than that because I want it may be up a little higher. Let me look down here. This portfolio alone is up 84%, and I got it in my major portfolios. But I would say on average, I'm not gonna sit over here and fool myself. I'm gonna say about 41%. Yeah, man. Carnival's up. I still want to be like Lisa when I grow up. I want to streamline my investments. I'm telling you, man, this here, when it becomes fun, and it may sound crazy, man. They told me, I remember Josh Van Horn from Get Business Credit asked me a question a long time ago, man, how do you make credit fun? Anything's fun if you're able to benefit from it, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't get no benefit from it, hell no, it ain't fun. Excuse my language, but no. You can go out there. If you having a bad day and you just need a laugh, you want to go out there and see if this I done did it, man. And see if this squirrel can jump off the house and land on the tree correctly. That may be your fun for that moment. But seriously, investing is fun. 41%, 129%. Lisa with Google. Y'all, if you're a YouTuber, who's sending you a check? Google. At least that what mine say. I don't know where y'all getting y'all from. I'm buying Tesla. Hey, there you go, man. Hey, nothing wrong with it, man. I think, and see, one thing, that's another thing, man. I want to pride y'all on something. Not because I did it, but I think every good investor, if you own a company, let me make this big for people like me, the seeing impaired, the hearing impaired. Let me come up here. If you're an investor and you have a stock or an ETF, whichever one, let's say, let me try to think of one. We'll just say Meta or Alphabet. What do they own? Or Amazon? What do they own? Because Tesla, everybody here, Tesla, they just think about the car. Man, they got a grip of Bitcoin. Bitcoin made MicroStrategy. Somebody was having so much fun at that company that they just made the whole thing. They were just buying up Bitcoin. Now they're like a Bitcoin company. What about them people that thought they was investing in whatever the strategy was? Now the strategy is a Bitcoin strategy. Know what you're investing in. You have to know, man, what companies do they own? I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, this why you want to do your research. You can go buy a McDonald's, any McDonald's right now. Ain't the best food in the world. I bet the line long. Bet the line is long, but let me do something. I just want to see, man. Then why you have to do if you ain't going to do your research, at least do yourself a favor. Come over here and listen to me. Go over to Lisa J. Stocks. Listen to somebody that's having fun doing the research, because every time I go by the line, man, I don't even know what that is today. I ain't gonna even try to look at that. That's just like a little kid did the chart. So we're gonna go over here. So it's up in the last week, last month. I mean, 0.49. I could do that, and I could do better than that in a high yield savings account. All right, 3 months. I just want to see. Look at that. Last 3 months. Where the money going? All them Big Macs and quarter pounders and McNuggets and all this this and that. They got the Mc hot dog coming. No, they really don't, man. Don't y'all go looking for no Mc hot dog. It ain't gonna be one. It might. I don't know. All right. So year to date, 6%. I ain't happy. I can do that. I can do that selling annihilators at the baseball game. 7% in the last year. Okay, here we go. 5 years. What is it doing? 5 years, 43%. Okay, it's about right there with Royal. But I'm just going to say, you ain't got to fly nowhere. You ain't got to get on no ships. You ain't got to have no bunch of money to go to McDonald's. You got to have everything out that name. Unless you live in that city, you ain't got to fly. But you got to get on the ship. You got to have some money to go on a cruise. You mean to tell me they selling all these damn hamburgers and they are 40? It took me 5 years to make 43%. And most people would say, well, Rob, 43% is a lot of money. It is. But you know what? I end every video, I shoot for the moon, baby. If I don't make it, then I'll be at 43%. I want 143%. I want 243%. That's what I mean. When I say shoot for the moon, if you don't make it, you're going to be amongst the stars. I don't mean on the ground, the stars still in the air. Yeah, the stars might be farther than the moon. I ain't make up the saying. I just say it. But shoot the high. No, I'm not gonna sit over here and talk, be mad at 43%. But I know, no, man, I know I can do better than that. I'm just gonna, I don't even know. Let's just say, yeah, I know this. I don't know, but I want to think because I remember I bought this at a stupid price. I didn't even know what it was. I saw somebody I believe they could fly. It wasn't him, but it was somebody. But look at it here, y'all. Look at it here. Look right here. It was $18. We might need to go to max. All right, so let's go right here, y'all. Go right there. $10. That was 2020. Well, I think I bought it right around 13. About 13, 14. Look at it now. $14 a share. Because I don't just invest for this week and next month and all that. I invest for the long term. I may not put a lot of money in it, but when I see this here, whoop de whoop de whoop, when I see this little whatever this is, I feel like I'm at one of my theme parks, amusement parks, whatever. When I see it, when I'm at the amusement park and I see the slide starting to go up, I might not catch it right here. Ain't that good? But boy, when I catch it right here and I see it continuing, I ain't get it at 13. But I'm gonna jump on the tram at 31. I'm still not gonna go looking for the Easter bunny or whatever. I ain't gonna put all my eggs in one basket, but I'm gonna start dumping some in there. And I'm gonna keep watching. Now I don't like roller coasters. So I'm gonna be on the ground watching that roller coaster. Well, it's getting higher and higher. Okay, man, you better look here. I don't think they're gonna slow down. You might want to get for real, Rod. And look here. Look. Them scared people would have been over there at $18 buying them I don't know, new suit, pair of shoes, some jeans, baseball hat. I don't know what they would have been, but they'd have took their $5 profit from 13 to 18. They'd have been happy. Now, Rod, and this is what I was talking about, man. Let me see if I can make this bigger for the people in the back. Let me see if I can make this bigger. You want to see why I ain't happy with no? You can't. Oh, it's too big. Well, y'all want to see it. You're going to see it right here. Y'all, because it'll mess this whole life. Y'all see that right there? It's up 730%. That's McDonald's. That ain't even the right one. Hold on. That ain't even the right one. Hold on. Let me go back to Helen Till like 1,400 some percent. There you go. 1,490%. Man. And y'all, I ain't about at 220, but I was in that 700% range. I'm up by 700%. Yeah. I'm gonna make y'all laugh, man. I remember I forgot what year it was, but Bitcoin, I think I bought it at like $25,000 a coin. I didn't buy a coin, but I bought some. And it went to 16, and I said I was done. I quit. I don't want no more of this. Oh Lord, another dumb mistake. But I noticed, man, in my life, my financial life, I make mistakes when I try to get cute. Let me get into these things. We probably done, how long have I been on it? 40? We got a little time. I want to talk a little bit about crypto and some more ETFs. Alphabet. Okay, how do you recommend someone start from scratch? Lisa pretty much answered that earlier. If I was starting, now it's amazing you asked that. I was watching a video this morning, and it was Warren Buffett. He's had this same advice his whole life. When I first heard it, I didn't even know what he was talking about. I would get an ETF or index fund, S&P 500. I would look up, I'm going to give you, go to Robinhood. I'm just going to give you the symbols, VOO, YouTube experiment. I also put it in there. SPY, SPYM is a little cheaper. I'm just putting a few. It's if you have, I ain't gonna put fidelity because I don't want to confuse. These you can pretty much find it. If y'all can think of some more, anybody else in here, please put them in there. So there it is. I would start with an S&P 500 ETF or fund. You're gonna have, and I'm gonna show. I'm gonna pull. Let me go ahead and share my screen here again. Here I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. I grew up in Arkansas. I ain't not Missouri, but I'm close enough. I'm gonna pull up VOO because it was #1 last year as far as S&P 500 ETFs. All right. So it's pulling up. It's currently $609 a share. So a Riskful, you can actually go. This is Robinhood. You can open up an account. I do have a link. You'll get some free stock. I'll get some free stock. I think it's one stock from $5 to $200 right now. I think we can choose. They keep changing it, but you'll get something free after you invest, and you don't have to do it at once, but after you invest $100. So you have to deposit and invest $100. I think you have so much time, 90 days, 120 days to do it. Anyway, you can do this with as little as $1. You can do it every payday manually, or you can do what they call a recurring. If we came over here, if I wanted to buy dollar amount, and then once I do it, it asks me would I like to make it a recurring investment, meaning you can put every week, every 2 weeks, once a month, and then it'll automatically come out. You don't even have to worry about it. But this is what I would start with. And let me show you a little of the details here about this fund. Number one of the things I look at when I look at an ETF, I'm not going to say the first thing, but it's going to get looked at pretty quickly. Number of holdings. Notice it is the S&P 500. Why is it 507? It's 507 because some companies like Alphabet, Berkshire Hathaway, they have two different symbols. They have an Alphabet A, Alphabet C. You have a Berkshire Hathaway A, Berkshire Hathaway B. Different voting rights. And I'm going to show you. I actually looked up. They wouldn't let me buy no more, but I'm going to try to show y'all, man. If it might have been on my phone, and I don't know about this, but boy, I have a stock. I'll show you. Well, we got to focus. Now we ain't got to focus. I got to focus. It's two things one next thing I'm going to talk about. I want y'all to think about, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask you now. I want y'all to start letting this marinate. What was the worst performing sector? The worst performing sector financially last year? I'll give y'all a hint. It was one of the sectors that the ETF SCHD, the Schwab High Dividend ETF, they got rid of technology and decided to move this in. Wasn't energy, but what was one of the worst performing ones? I just want y'all to let that marinate. So this VOO, top 10 holdings, you're going to have NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Broadcom, basically the same thing. Alphabet, Meta, Alphabet again, Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway. These are the biggest of the biggest of the biggest of the big dogs out there. Now you're going to have 507, but these 10 companies going to make up 40%. So your other 497 is going to make up 60% of the ETF, if that makes sense. You are covered. Will you lose money? Yes. Now, over a 30-year period, this averages somewhere between 10 and 12%. Let's just look over a 5-year period. It's up, 85% in the last 5 years? I'll take it. Just so y'all know, the more stocks that you have in an ETF, like the VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market, that's like, what was it, 6,000 some stocks or something like that, I believe. This is 500. QQQM that I talked about earlier, that's like 106, 108, or 107, something like that. I wouldn't worry about that when I first started. I would just worry about getting in something where I can just set it and forget it. And then as you get more knowledgeable, Riskful, you'll add more. But I'm going to pull up this next symbol. I want to keep flowing here because we're going to be getting off here shortly. I'm going to pull up this symbol, XLV. The answer to that question was the healthcare sector. I don't know if y'all remember, but it's driving me nuts, man. I feel like I'm in music class. All right. I don't know if y'all remember, well, boy, the healthcare was sucking. United Healthcare was going down as far as their individual stock. And I had some AbbVie and I had something else. I had some United Healthcare. I had all kind of stuff. And I had, keyword, HAD, past tense. No, man, I can't be losing all this money. Why? Last week when everything was going down, healthcare seemed to be all right. Just MO, my opinion. When you talk about big pharmaceutical, big technology, big AI, big bank, they're not big finance, whatever you want. They're not going to let these sectors fail. If those sectors fail, we're not going to be who we have always been known to be as a country. Now, I'm not going to say they're not going to let one of those companies fall or can't save them, but they ain't going to let the whole sector. So what did Rod do? Rod, I had another acronym, STTAB, smarter than the average bear, man. I'm going to get rid of United Health and AbbVie, but hold up, won't I just get the whole sector? Let me just get a whole pie and take them 2 slices out because I think something was on it. I don't think y'all heard me, but they probably went over somebody's head. Instead of getting this coming in, that coming, let me get a bunch coming. Let's see who's in here. But first, before we do that, let's see what this is doing year to date. I ain't looked at this now. I ain't gonna lie. I just had this epiphany. I learned that in college, I think. Had this epiphany. Now, I'm kidding. I had this epiphany. Look at that. I take 11 and 7 when it was supposed to be down. Last 5 years, it's up, what's that, 41%? Y'all help me out. I can't see with these raggedy. Man, I think I got these glasses from a bougie place too, man. They got me, boy. They didn't tell me it was no warranty. They probably did. I probably wouldn't listen. So for healthcare to be doing not so good, it should look like they're doing good to me. There's 1 year, there's 1 month, there's 3 months, there's year to date, there's 1 year, there's 5 years. I ain't seen nothing red yet, man. Woo! Boy, I'm telling you, man, why you gotta think outside the box. Don't be listening to all the negativity, man, all this negative stuff. Oh man. Every time you turn on the TV, you're seeing some commercial about some name I can't pronounce. I was about to say Rasputin, some kind of Rivernox or something he got going on. Some kind of medicine. I saw one medicine, man. I was in the hospital actually. Yeah, I saw one medicine, and I was there long enough to know that I saw this medicine for different things. It was different commercials. I think it was Revoke or Rinvoke or some one of them, but it was different commercials, different problems, but the same damn medicine. I was like, man, remind me to never take that care of that because I ain't taking none of that. It just anyway, man. Let me go down here. So we only got 63 companies in here. So if 1 or 2 fail, I got at least 60, 61, 60, 50 other options. What's my favorite word? Options, baby. All right, top 10 holdings. That's what I want to know. So who we really got? Who we got on the team, man? We got Eli Lilly. Ain't heard nothing about them. Go Johnson individually. Now they play some good dividends. I guess ain't nobody cutting themselves no more. Cause hey, they ain't doing too good in the Band-Aid department. So I don't know. AbbVie, I wouldn't buy them by themselves. Them 2 right there, I got rid of. Some stuck with them again, but I don't care because we green now thanks to all these other people. Merck, Thermo Fisher, I don't even know what they do, man. But if y'all know what they do, tell me. Abbott Laboratories, Intuitive Surgical, Amgen, Gilead. Have a little investment in Gilead. That sounds important. Hey, I don't care. Hold on, man. I don't care. Let me see. This might be a. Sorry about that. Turn that off. Y'all might hear my phone dingling. It's because I forgot. But hey, man, that's the beauty of invest. That's the beauty of ETFs. But that's the beauty of becoming a master of your craft. We know that there are stocks. Now we know that there are stocks that are in ETFs, but we also know that some of these ETFs have sector ETFs. You have the consumer staples, things you need, the consumer. I forgot the other name of it. I can't even remember it right now. And I own some of it. I think I sold it. That's probably why I forgot it. Wasn't doing too hot. We have, watch this here, y'all. They have a whole sector for technology. You don't want to just be in one company. You don't want to just get you a little Microsoft or a little Apple. You just go ahead and get you a little XLK about $70 a share. Well, $275. I'm sorry, $275. But look what I get for $275 a share. Look at what I get. Now, this is what Lisa was talking about, overlap, because in VOO, I also have NVIDIA. I also had Apple. I also had Microsoft, but I don't remember Broadcom. I don't remember Palantir, AMD, Oracle, Cisco, Micron. These the big dogs. The big dogs in the technology sector. I just have to manage one fund, one account. I don't have to be like Rod with 130 of them. However many I got, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. I ain't kidding. It's bananas. It's bananas. I do. Well, we got 5 people here, and I'm gonna jump over to crypto real quick after I read these comments. Let me go over here real quick. Hey, I'm so sorry. Just asking, what's a cool name? You got, if you're still here, you got to tell me again. What's a cool name? What is a cool name, man? Let me take that out. Put this back up here. We are gathered in our Prince. Yeah. Man, I love that song. Y'all, man, that was dope. What's going on, Tanya? That's my co-host from Event Yours Experience, or you can find her on YouTube, Event Yours. You can also find her on TNT Connect, her and Pretty Timmy, her husband. Timmy is also makes special appearances on our show on my other channel, The Points Blank Experience. On the Live and Direct with T and Rod show. So, hey, glad you're here. Thank you for being here. And Lisa showing love, and Tanya showing love back to Lisa. My channel is about affordable watches. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm gonna check you out, man. Hold up. I told you I don't like to tell you. Hey, if your favorite couple, you still in here? I'm getting situated. I got my spiral notebook, y'all. I'm OG. I got Apple this and Apple that and all. I'm gonna write that down. What is? Hold up, riskful. No, man. Yeah, y'all bear with me. Riskful. No, I ain't gonna do that. I got to think I'm on y'all time. So y'all hold on here, man. Sometimes I do have to be a little technology savvy up in this joint. So let me get this here real quick. My look, I'm probably facing the other way or something. Oh, let me get a thumbnail. It looks sad. I won't be using that. Anyway, I got you. I'll be checking you out and subscribing. I'm assuming you're in here with through Trap, and I want to thank Trap. Man, how about Palantir? We just pulled up Palantir. I own Palantir as well. Palantir, that's the one I just did the example. You probably put this in there. I bought Palantir about $13 a share. It's up, whatever it is now. Once I heard 2 words, I knew I was going to become an investor, and that was government contract. That's all I needed to hear. Being a military veteran, I know a lot about government contracts. They don't just come and go. They're going to be around for a minute. I'm going to be right around with them. You know, that's my strategy, man. I just do what the people that's making sense do. I ain't going to say the wealthy people, because all wealthy people don't make sense. And a lot of broke people make sense. Let that ooze on by you. So I pay attention to the people that's making sense. Matter of fact, I got a lot of knowledge from people that probably didn't even have a bank account. I don't know, but they knew what they was talking about. I bought XRP 9 years ago, have been since stocking Uphold over 8,000 now. Brother Love from the UK. What? Y'all, we global, baby. We global. www.investingwithrod.com. Don't go looking for that. It ain't no website. Ain't monetized. I'm just saying that we reaching the UK, man. We reaching the UK, man. I'm messing with y'all. United Kingdom, baby. I always wanted to go over there. I joined the Navy to go over there. I ain't been yet. I barely went to the Bahamas on the Midnight Cruise. I joined to go to Bahamas and to London. They let you know plans are child, but everywhere else. I just went to Bahamas in 23. I wasn't impressed. So I probably ain't going to London because if I get over there, I ain't impressed, man. It's going to kill a lifelong dream. I did 20 years in the Navy and oh boy, I had a lot of fun though. Let me get a sip of coffee and let's talk about crypto though, man. Right now, it is my firm belief. Again, I'm not a financial advisor or fiduciary. This video is for educational, informational purposes and entertainment purposes only. Make sure you do your own research before investing any of your hard-earned money. Also, if you choose to do so, consult with a licensed professional. I'm only taking you on my journey, and over here, we don't lose. But I'm not a financial advisor. So with that being said, I strongly believe, I don't know when and what year, but digital currency is not going anywhere. It was such a joke back when it came out. A man gave somebody all this Bitcoin to bring him 2 or 1 or 3 or whatever Papa John pizzas. And if I Google it right now and show y'all, it was that one piece, I want to say it was one, it's worth millions because everybody thought it was a joke. Bitcoin has made a lot of millionaires. Crypto has made a lot of millionaires. A lot. And they're still millionaires. One of the things that I want people to think about, going back, I remember when there was no debit card. There were credit cards. Unfortunately, the people I knew didn't have any, but there were no debit cards. You had coins and you had cash. Then you had checks. Back before me, there were buffalo nickels. Then we had regular nickels. Then there were copper pennies. Then we had regular pennies. Now we have no pennies. It's this thing called evolution. Things are constantly evolving. And we're going to evolve right out of money as we know it and evolve into digital currency. And they're talking about it now. I mean, this is like a storm that we know about. I grew up in Arkansas. You don't know no tornado gonna just jump out the cloud and hit the ground and start spinning and tearing up stuff. But other storms you know about days in advance. They're so nice. They're telling us years in advance about this storm that's coming. It's not even a storm. But it's going to appear to be a storm to the people that are not prepared. Do I need to say that again? I only say things twice if I don't understand it or I think someone need to hear it. Some things appear to be a storm because some people are not prepared. If you one of those people that don't know nothing about no Bitcoin, when it finally become mandatory, it probably won't even be none left to buy because there's only 21 million Bitcoin in the world. And 19 million of them are already gone. So there's only 2 million left. That's why you have the altcoin or the alternate coins, your XRPs, your Ethereums, your Dogecoin. Dogecoin was a joke. So meant to be a joke that turned into money. Your XLMs, you have these things. But why did it come about? Why did this whoever this dude, Satoshi Nakamoto, they don't even know who this person is that created Bitcoin or them. Some people say it's a him. Some people say it's a group of him. Nobody knows. But whoever it was wanted currency not to be mandated or centralized. They wanted, now, I'm going to give y'all a scenario, man. I'm going to give y'all a scenario. I just want y'all to think about this. I just want y'all to seriously think about this. And I got a little country because boy, when I get hyped, I get a little country. And I'm from the South originally. Went to California, now I'm back in the South. But why is it when, let me take that comment down. I want y'all to see me when I say it. Why is it when we deposit our money in a bank, they take it immediately? And if it's a certain amount, I can go in there tomorrow and deposit a $5,000 check that I got a bonus at work. They have no problem. But if I go there, and tomorrow is Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. Go deposit. But if I go there Tuesday to withdraw it, they're going to tell me, no, there's a 5 to 7 day hold on it. Well, it wasn't no 5 to 7 day hold when I gave it to y'all. Why is there a 5 to 7 day hold now? And just in my opinion, I think they may be making interest on my money and they don't want to give me back for 4 more days. I went to my bank when I moved into this place. And I told, this is a real story. I told a young lady I needed $22,500 cashier's check. The money, I didn't even deposit money. Money was electronically deposited, ACH. And she told me she had to call another bank and talk to a manager. So I braced for shock, as we said in the Navy. I got ready because I was cocked and locked and ready to go off. And she said, well, she told me I need to talk to another man. I said, well, I tell you what, whoever you talk to next, tell them I ain't got all day. It didn't take all this for me to give y'all my money. So she got to lay on the phone. And I heard in the background, oh, yes, I know this customer. He comes in all the time. Oh, yeah, I know him. So they thought I was a scam. Hell, you know, see my face, you see my identification, but scammers can do that. They're that good these days with AI. Ain't nobody gonna be nobody no more. I don't know who, we ain't gonna know who's who then. Oh boy. With crypto, we're not known by our faces. We're not known by our identifications. You have like a 24 character, not just a number, 24 character address. That makes no sense. It's not going to say 125 Park Avenue. It's going to be a whole bunch of jumbled up stuff. And I don't care unless some kind of reason you have a limit set, and usually it's like some astronomical limit. I want to say mine is probably at least one of them is $1 million and something. I ain't even got $1 million worth of crypto, but they, in case, just in case, because you could. If I want to transfer crypto from over here, and I just did it today because I've been moving some stuff. Yeah, I was at QT, which is like a big gas station. Got me some coffee. That was yesterday, actually. I stood out and leaned on my trunk. I just started moving other cryptocurrencies and converting it to Bitcoin. I'm not even getting into that live, but I'm just sitting leaning on my trunk doing it. I ain't talking about no $5, no $10. I'm talking about the kind of money that they would have had to call another bank and the kind of money that they would have had to get some approval and authority and all this if I was sitting in a branch. But because it was crypto, all I had to do two-factor authentication. I had to do my face here, Face ID on my phone, and then go to my email and click another link. But the whole process, y'all, from the time I started until the time it was complete, it was seconds to log in, less than a minute to type how much I wanted, probably another minute to do the two-factor authentication. That's 2 minutes, and we'll say 3 minutes, and 2 minutes for my money to transfer from here to there. 5 minutes, thousands. That's why they created cryptocurrency. Nobody's playing with nobody's money. Nobody's in charge of crypto. Now, that is a problem. Now, you lose a crypto, ain't no 1-800 help me, ain't no GoFundMe account. You just asked out. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. I've lost since I've been, I ain't talking about losing in crypto. I remember there was 2 companies. I ain't going to say their names, but they ain't here no more. They were major companies. Ride all into the crypto scene. Boy, I've got crypto.com. I got Coinbase. I got these 2 companies, some other companies. I got crypto everywhere. Them 2 companies where they did it one at a time. Matter of fact, I'll say one. Hey, they public news. BlockFi was one of them. They just went bankrupt. Just went bankrupt. And they went bankrupt like I've known, because I've heard that you can go bankrupt, but not really be bankrupt and still have some money. But they went bankrupt like they ain't had nothing left. That other dude that went to the prison, what was that? FX or whatever? FTX. I ain't losing. I moved it quick enough there, but y'all, in that first episode, I lost $8,000. 8,000 just because the company went bankrupt. So there are some dangers. I'm not gonna sit here and make it sound like the egg that the golden goose laid and all that, because it's not perfect yet, but they're moving in that direction. Let me jump in here. So, okay, just as you say, they're definitely making interest on your money. Yeah, they are. Hey, what's up, Chit Chat? Yo, thank you for being here. Says, wow, yeah, man, 8,000. They just went bankrupt at the clear blue. And that was just one place. Not to count the second place. They were talking about action lawsuits and all that. I'm like, well, if we know who to sue, how come we just can't get my money back? Some other dude went to prison because they thought they couldn't be traced because crypto was untraceable. But they can trace anything. You know, don't be that crazy now. All right, a couple things before I get ready to raise up out of here, man. We talked about the healthcare sector. We talked crypto. Just to give y'all an idea, there's so many different cryptos out there. I'm going to be focused on 4. I mean, I already have these 4, but I've broken mine down to a percentage because I know I'm looking at how much crypto I want to have 5 years out. I'm not looking at how much crypto I want to have at the end of 26 or the end of 27. How much do I want to have 5 years out? Because supposedly the experts, whoever they are, say that in 2030, that's when all this is going to happen. So if they know what they're talking about, I'm going to be ready. If they don't know what they're talking about, at least I'm ready early. Bitcoin, I'm going to do 50%. And this is money I'm going to invest. Money I'm going to take from my revenue and invest in the Bitcoin on a consistent basis, monthly, at a minimum monthly. Then I'm going to put 25% in XRP. Some people will say, why not put 25% in Ethereum? Ethereum is just like that other thing I was talking about. It's just too much of an emotional road, like Tesla. I don't have time for all that up and down, man. Now, what I do have, I have some Ethereum, but I also have an Ethereum ETF through Fidelity. I ain't gonna say I can't lose my money, but I still have some Ethereum. When you say if I have a little bit here, I probably got some more somewhere else. Y'all see how I'm thinking? One of the things if I don't remember nothing else in the Navy, I remember we always had to have a contingency plan for the contingency plan. We always had a backup for the backup. After that, I'm going to probably put 10% in Ethereum, 15% in Solana. I may have some sprinkled out somewhere, but they're not even worth talking about. I have them now, but I'm dwindling them down. Why did I just make those moves on Saturday with Bitcoin? If Bitcoin was 124 and everybody I ain't talking about everybody like Uncle Charlie and Cut Pete. I'm talking about everybody that know about this stuff is saying that Bitcoin could be $250,000 and $300,000 in the next couple of years. I'm reading that XRP, as soon as they get everything on the ledger, I saw a video. I don't know how credible it was, but this dude, whoever he was, said that once they get everything on the XRP ledger, one Bitcoin gonna be all you need. I know I got way more than one of them. So boy, ain't no telling what. Y'all gonna know because I'm gonna be on a live. Ain't gonna be too high, but I'm gonna be on a live riding on a rocket with about 50,000 bungee cords on me. And what you call them? Look, a GoPro. I'm gonna have a GoPro with an extension. Tell me, look at me. I'm gonna be doing some. If you all you need is one. Ooh-wee. But I always say if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I'm gonna pull up now. Right now we're in the holiday season. I just want to get people to thinking like that. That's why I'm gonna be doing these, because I'm gonna make y'all think about stuff that y'all may not have to think about. But again, I'm like Tommy, I ain't got no job, and I got a routine. I do a whole lot of stuff so everybody else don't have to. I think somebody had a slogan. We do back in the day. We do all the work so you don't have to. It might have been like a cleaning supply. I thought it was an investment company. Anyway, let me pull this up. So let me pull this last thing up and we're going to raise up. Make sure we don't have nothing else. Oh, yeah, I do have one more thing. I am going to be doing a video and I'm going to show. Oh, no, that ain't what I want to do. Boy, I almost messed that up. Yeah, right here. Go back. EXPE. Notice I'm not typing any of the names. I'm just strictly typing symbols. That's Expedia. Well, what about there? What is everybody about to do right now? Everybody but Rod. But see, Rod don't think like, now I ain't gonna say I'm sit over here and say, woe is me, because I do. But I am gonna show y'all something real quick. Let me take this comment down. I want y'all to see all of this. Everybody's gonna be traveling. Not everybody. A lot of people are gonna be traveling for the holidays. And most people don't want to go to AA.com, American Airlines, or Hilton.com. They think that they charge higher because companies like Expedia and other TripAdvisor and other third-party companies, they may get a discount and they'll show that discount to their customers. So that's what they typically use. Now, anything that I'm pulling up, I own. And I'm going to show y'all so y'all know that I'm serious. So it's two things I need to share. That's going to last maybe 3 minutes. But I'm going to show you year to date, what has Expedia been doing? Up 33%. One of the things I noticed during this whole recession that might be happening, an economical downturn, and all this stuff that's been going on, people ain't stopped traveling. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I noticed. Why did I notice? Because I was one of the people that was out there doing a lot of traveling, and I scaled back on my travel. But nobody else did. So what have they done in the last year? Up 35%. I'm gonna go out 5 just for, I didn't own them 5 years ago, so I can't say I made 100%, but I bought them probably about a little over a year ago. 35%, I'll take it. Because that for me was a gamble. All right, here, let me look at it. Pull this up here. I'm gonna try to scroll quick as I can. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do there, right there. All right, so right here, what y'all seeing right here, I got it highlighted. Let me see if we even got anybody in here. Am I doing this for myself? 4 real homies in the crib. So what y'all seeing right here are my actual investments in this account. This is the price of the actual thing. This ain't how much I got. I wish, oh boy, I wish it was. We'd be having a party. But this is so one Bitcoin right now is 87,000. One Solana is $133. Again, this is Robinhood. This account is strictly for making this, for this channel. I'm not going to go through the crypto. I'm going to go through what people are interested in. So the stocks and ETFs start right here. Let me do one thing. Let me try one. I hate this boy. It's going to happen. I'm going to unshare it and do it. That'll be the best way to do it. Give me a half a second, y'all. Because it'll show too much of my stuff. That's what I'm trying to avoid here. It might be as big as I can get it, but that's bigger. It's better than it was. I don't think I can get it bigger, but I'd be over here all day. So what y'all are seeing, those are the actual investments. Now notice, that's why I preach symbols, because it don't say nothing about what these mean, but you can look them up. I mean, but I just taking double the time. So I'm not going to, it took me years to know all these, well, some of them. So if they're an ETF, I'm not going to read them all, but just to show if the watchful is still in here, I actually own VTI and VO, just a little bit here, probably because I did a video on both Google, Amazon, JP Morgan Chase, American Express, Meta, Walmart, Maine, Visa, Waste Management, Kroger, Tesla. I ain't going to even name all this stuff. NVIDIA, SoFi, Oracle, everything basically y'all see, Netflix, everything I talked about, Marriott. This one right here, boy, y'all see that right there? That is a $757,000 per share of Berkshire Hathaway, and I own 0.0000016. I own 4016. I only want to click to see how much it is. But they was letting me buy, man. I was going in about $1 a day every day. And yeah, maybe that wasn't enough because they just all of a sudden said it wasn't available for me to buy anymore, but they wouldn't make me sell it. So I'll never sell this because I never in my life thought I'd own any part of a share of Berkshire Hathaway. And then they made it where I could own B, because it used to be like, when I first got invested and doing 25 a month, it was like 18 to 2,000 a share. Now it's about 4 or 5, maybe. But this right here, Berkshire A, I remember this used to be 35,000 a share when I first started investing. 35 a share, y'all. 35,000. Berkshire Hathaway is Warren Buffett's company. Y'all skip me. I'm rubbing my eye like I'm 6. So there you have it, though, man. I mean, I'm just gonna scroll. I'm not doing any more naming, but these are just company. And I actually, if I do a video, and now I'm keeping them in case I circle back. But once I circle back, I'm gonna start saying whether I won't be keeping it or not, because I'm not gonna try to keep up with all this. But I've kind of streamlined it, and now you can see. And this will give you an idea, because I know people probably say, well, Rod always doing videos and everything's making money. I mean, nobody makes money all the time. Well, we just gonna see. I didn't make money all the time, but I ain't gonna count it. But I'm gonna look at the ratio. I can kind of get a good glimpse. Green, see a little bit of red, green, a little bit of red mean down, green mean up. A lot of green, flat, one red, a lot of green, little flat, little green, little flat, little no red. I don't care if it's flat or not. A little bit of sprinkle of red, a little bit of sprinkle of red. So don't think I'm just showing the stocks that I own that are making money. I ain't gonna say we don't lose, but I'm like that Dos Equis guy. We don't lose often. I will say that. There it is. I mean, look at that, man. Y'all, and then they got it. Y'all, I got it. I ain't got it. They got it. I don't even know what did it start over? So, yeah, right here, man. I think it's gonna be down here. Yeah, it'll take too long. But anyway, man, you can go on here and bet on games. I wouldn't advise doing it because I ain't won but a couple times. I just didn't believe you could do it, so I had to try it. It wasn't worth it, in my opinion. But yeah, man, Robinhood got that. You can actually go over there and yep, it's definitely time to raise up out here. So, man, that's kind of wanted to just come on here and talk about a couple. And there was a couple of things that I am going to be watching. I'm not going to pull them up for the sake of time, but I am going to be for this upcoming week. Y'all can watch what you want to watch, but I was going to be looking at Microsoft. I'm definitely going to look at Main Street Capital. That is a monthly paying dividend stock, individual stock, and every quarter it pays twice. And I have a significant amount of shares in that, but I slowed back. Once again, not the best thing to do, but I scaled back because they went a lot longer than normal from losing money. So I'm gonna do more to keep my eye. I'm gonna get back to investing in them. But Microsoft and Micron, I was going to get back into Microsoft and Micron. I did get back into Microsoft. I may stay into that, but I think I'm going to slow down because I have both of those in several ETFs. Now, one, the jury's been out on this one a while, but before I decide to get rid of it, I will do a separate video, and that's DoorDash. I don't think DoorDash is going anywhere, but I'm also banking on Uber, and I think so far I've been making money on both. So now, another thing I'm looking at, and I have already begun, is making more abroad investments. I have been not moving money, but investing in Vanguard, 2 of their ETFs, the VX3, actually, VXUS, which is the total international stock market. That's a bunch of different stocks, like tens of thousands. VYMI, which is like the International Dividend ETF, and then VEA, which is developmental markets in either Europe or Asia. I can't remember one of those sectors. Whichever one was doing the best. I want to say it was Europe, because I looked at Europe and Asian Pacific realm. So definitely moving money. And I'm a firm believer. Am I worried about what's about to happen? I'm not worried. Am I concerned? I'm not concerned from a financial standpoint. I'm personally more concerned for Rod, for what's going to be happening around me, because what's happening around us can affect us. And I mean, I'm not in the same position as everybody else. There are a lot of people in a way better position than me, but there are some people that think I'm in a better position than them. And I think the people that are in the not so great positions may be put in a situation where they have to do things they wouldn't normally do. So uh, one of the things I am going to be talking about this week, I have the video already drafted up. I may shoot it tonight and upload it tomorrow. And I am going to be talking about, I've created a real estate fund. I do actually have, matter of fact, I got to look at that. That was another crazy one I did. I have some investment in physical real estate. I did a short on it not long, but one of the properties. But I'm creating a real estate portfolio because I've always wanted to be a landlord, but I didn't want the problems that came along with the landlord. I didn't want to fix no plumbing. I didn't want to worry about no grass, no house, foundation, windows falling out, hailstorm, none of that. So I have found me a way. I wish I'd have found this way a lot longer because I'd have what would be equal to a couple of apartment buildings. But I found a way to get paid either twice or 3 times a month. I know it's twice every month with my real estate portfolio. So it's like I got multiple properties, I guess, because most apartments, they pay on the first. I guess I got apartments in 2 different dates there. So, and one of the reasons I've looked at that, yes, I have growth, but as I for real get to the real retirement age, I want to have income. I'm not going to depend on whatever they say is already out there. I know my pension, my Navy pension is not going anywhere. But everything else, I don't have any other pension but what I've developed. And a lot of people don't even have that pension. And that's why I was looking at that life insurance thing. But I haven't a guest on here about life insurance, but that's about it, man. If you have any questions, let me know. That's all I have. I just kind of want to come on here and just talk about a couple of things. But one of the biggest things I want everybody to take from this, man, is don't get caught up in the hype. You know, the market it's going to have ups and downs. It always has. Some people have jumped ship in the downs and felt sour the rest of their lives about the market. And some people have really made out and lived by it. I've invested in companies a bit too late and lost everything in those investments. But overall, my track record's been pretty good. And I just had a simple philosophy. I didn't have no Warren Buffett philosophy, none of that. I started out by just looking at everything that everybody was using. Everybody was buying these iPhones. Everybody was using Microsoft when Explorer came. I don't even know what they have now. They went from Windows something to Windows NT to Windows 4, Windows NT4 or something like that. They just kept changing because I worked in the IT field in the Navy. But you can't really walk into a company right now and they're not, hey, if yours is back, cool. You can't walk into a company right now and they're not, I just want y'all to think about this. They're not running Windows. I mean, these major, at least my dealership, they were running Windows. I must be home. They were running Wendy's. Most companies are running a Microsoft software. A lot of businesses have the Microsoft stuff. And this was before all the AI stuff. That's going to really change the game. And a lot of your personal things were Apple. I'm not saying everything. You had your Samsung, Android people. But what Apple and Microsoft was smart enough to do was create an ecosystem. And when I say ecosystem, where the Apple iPhone would pair with the iPad, then everybody said, forget the damn iPad. Then they came out with a whole little 007 watch. I got one. I don't even like charge. It's over there. I look at it, man, every time I get ready to charge, I'm like, but I get to look at it, see my stocks and all that. But then it jacked me up because I have my phone on vibrate, but I can't figure out to watch the vibrate. So I'm thinking I'm going to be sleeping next time. I know my watch. And then they came out with the laptop. I remember I had about 5 different laptops from 5 different manufacturers running Windows and got a virus on every one of them. I'm running the same knock on wood, I'm running the same laptop of when I started on YouTube years ago, 5, 6 years ago, whenever it was. Same one. They created an ecosystem. So, man, basically, you could do what you want to do. You have to make sure your strategy fits to your needs. I heard someone else say this right before I went live. I was watching something else, but it made a lot of sense to me. How many of y'all out there that are watching live or watching replay feel like you're worth investing in yourself? We invest in a whole lot of other things and a whole lot of other people, but how often do we invest in ourselves? And I'm not talking about necessarily just money. It could be treating yourself to something. It could be you've been wanting to go to the free zoo for the last 3 years, but you always came up with a reason not to go to the free zoo. I don't even know if they have a free zoo. But a lot of times there are opportunities that we always come up with an excuse not to do it. But when we finally do it, we enjoy ourselves. Well, are you worth investing in you? I've been saying, and I'm going to keep saying, control the narrative while you can. Don't let the narrative control you. There was a song, I can't remember who sang it. It was a rock dude, though. Write the song. If yours just said, ain't nothing free these days. You know, I'm going to tell you, I thought I did pretty good, but I wish, hindsight is 2020. I wish I'd have saved just a little bit more, invested a little bit more, just a little bit more. Wish I'd have gave up a couple of ribeyes, gave up a couple cognacs and a couple excursions. And man, if we really think about a few of the things that we can do without, not forever, just for a little while, where we could be financially, we could have a bunch of well-off people. I'm not going to say rich or millionaires or wealthy or none of that, no terms like that. But we could have a lot of well-off people if we just thought about some of our decisions. Now I am going to take it to a financial standpoint. Do you think enough of yourself to invest in you? Ain't nobody else going to do it. If you want to get rid of some people you don't like, just tell them you need some help. I'm telling you, man. Oh, it's a proof. You want to get rid of some the real ones and the not so real ones. Let something happen. You'll see who's who at the zoo, guaranteed. And with that being said, man, I'm a firm believer. I ain't gonna say nobody. I think I've even done it a couple times myself, but I don't know too many people that let themselves down. Just a little note from investing with Rod. I gotta find me a name that rhyme with everything. You sure know what to say. Yeah, I'm just telling you, man. It's a lot going on right now, man. A lot. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of what I see, if I was working, I probably wouldn't see it. I wouldn't have time to see it because I was always in the hustle and bustle of life. Getting to work, getting out of work, trying to get home, trying to do this. Everything I was in a hurry. Everything. Now I'm that person that you be mad at because you're trying to get to work and I'm going 40 and the speed limit 65, 70. Actually, I was on the freeway the other day doing about 50. I wasn't even paying attention, man. I'm just in my own zone. I think I was listening to something. I forgot who it was, but in the slow lane and people bum. I'm like, well, go around me, man. I mean, but it's a lot going on. The writing's on the wall, man. And what I don't want to see is people get left behind. Reach one, teach one. They have all these cliches, but I think they're more prevalent than ever. Reach one, teach one. But I'm trying to reach many, man. I was in a live stream earlier, man. I don't know what's going on. I felt it. I thought it was kind of humorous. And I've been doing a little experiment. I went to a couple live streams. I ain't figured it all out yet. I'm close, I think. And I said, hey, I know who it was, but I spoke to the people. I went to several live streams. Typically on Sundays, I will. And I spoke, and not one person. Yeah, it was one, actually was one person. I went to two. One and one was one person. Another one, I don't think it was nobody. Not one person spoke. I said, boy, boy, boy. One of the niches, it really had me thinking. Were the people that were in there not speaking? Were they ready for the storm? That's the only thing I thought about. That's all. And I politely exited stage left or whatever the hell Snaggle Push used to do. I bounced. And that's gonna be my thing. Even now, I just go in, I speak to the host. That's it, man. You know, but I wouldn't never do this, but there are so many people right now that could benefit, not from just Rob, but I got one guy that's coming on with me on here January 5th, Clarence. Another everyday person that's investing. I got another guy that I'm in communication with, another everyday investor. It's a lot of people out here. And my thing is, we about to break. I always said on PBT, but it's more prevalent than ever. It has a more deeper meaning to me. I'm gonna make the food, but are you gonna grab a plate and eat? Just let that resonate. With that being said, man, I hope y'all have a blessed and prosperous rest of your weekend. Hope you have a good work week. I'm gonna have a busy work week. It's here. And we are gonna be going in a heavy production, definitely December. I'm gonna probably start tomorrow, maybe tonight, because there's one video I really need to do tonight that I wanted to drop tomorrow. But y'all, man, thank y'all for the people that have been through, the people that stayed around, the people that were here the entire time. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Man, I'm telling y'all could have been anywhere. It's football on, it's work weeks coming up. But I appreciate the people that are tapping in and doing something about the future. I hear a lot of people talk about the system. The system. And when I say the system, I'm talking about the money system, I guess, the system that's keeping us back. If you have a job or any way to receive any type of revenue, the only system that may be holding you back is closer to you than you think. All you got to do is go to any mirror that's near you. Could be you that's holding you back. I've done it, y'all. Anything I said most of the time I've been through. Y'all have a blessed one as I always end the live streams, man. Shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. I will be coming at y'all soon, dropping more heat, dropping more fire, more importantly, dropping more knowledge. And if I can find what I'm looking for here, I will be hollering at y'all soon. Much love, y'all. Peace. I'll holler.